Under the stark garage light, Elias and Marcus are deep in concentration, surrounded by computer parts and empty ramen containers. The air crackles with youthful energy as they begin coding Novatech's software, their faces illuminated by the glow of the monitor. Each line of code brings their shared dream closer to reality, a tangible manifestation of late nights and unwavering dedication. The cluttered garage transforms into a sanctuary of innovation, fueled by ambition and the promise of something extraordinary. 5 years on, Novatech's office pulses with life, a testament to its soaring success. Elias and Marcus, now sharply dressed executives, address their thriving team. Beneath the veneer of success, subtle tensions begin to ripple through the air. A modern space buzzes with activity, yet unspoken challenges loom large. The weight of ambition and unspoken rivalry hangs heavy between Elias and Marcus. Success cannot hide the subtle shifts in power and the simmering competition. Elias lies motionless in the sterile hospital bed, a web of tubes sustaining his fragile life. His eyes remain shut, his breath shallow and uneven, a stark testament to his silent struggle. Marcus enters, bearing a small bouquet of flowers, a splash of color against the room's bleakness. He approaches the bedside, a forced smile masking the anxiety etched upon his face. His forced cheerfulness is a veil attempting to hide the raw worry in his eyes. "Hey, buddy. How are you feeling?" Marcus asks, his voice strained with a hope that hangs heavy in the air. Inside Novatech's boardroom, Marcus stands tall, projecting manipulated financial reports. The altered data casts Elias in a harsh and competent light. Sharp-dressed board members nod, captivated by Marcus's deception. Marcus's deception is working. The board is buying it. The narration reveals unseen. The board members agree, sealing Elias's fate. Agreed. We'll dilute Elias's shares. Elias awakens in a sterile hospital room, his mind clouded with confusion. A lawyer in a tailored suit stands at the foot of the bed, holding a sleek tablet. The lawyer's gaze is cold, his face giving away nothing as he observes Elias. The lawyer's voice cuts through the silence. "Mr. Elias, I'm here to inform you that your services at Novatech are no longer required," the lawyer states. Elias stares, stunned as the lawyer delivers the final blow. "You have been removed." Elias storms out of Novatech, his face a mask of shock and fury. Each stride is measured, charged with a burning desire for revenge. His eyes blaze with a focused intensity, a storm brewing within. His voice, a low growl of contained rage. "I will get revenge on Marcus." The sunlight glints off his determined face, a promise of retribution. Elias sits alone in his sparsely furnished apartment, enveloped by shadows and dim light, a stark image of isolation. He stares ahead, plotting his next move, a solitary figure consumed by ambition and strategy. With a determined glint in his eyes, Elias sells his remaining shares, a bold move signaling a turning point. His mind races with possibilities, each thought a step closer to the realization of his intricate plan. The room feels charged with unspoken intentions as he formulates his plan, the silence amplifying the intensity. 7 years on, Elias, weathered and hardened, commands Aether Systems, his gaze sharp with ambition and simmering vengeance. He meticulously examines lines of code, the digital world reflecting in his intense, unwavering eyes. The weight of past betrayals fuels his every action, driving him relentlessly forward. Each line of code is a step closer to his ultimate goal, retribution. Marcus, a billionaire, sits in his opulent office, a monument to success, surveying the cityscape with a smug look. Employees stand before him, nervously shifting, their unease palpable in the face of his towering presence. They attempt to voice concerns about technical debt, their words laced with apprehension. With a dismissive wave, Marcus silences them, ending the conversation with a gesture of absolute authority. The Novatech server room pulses with frantic energy, error messages flashing like dire warnings across the faces of harried technicians. Amidst the chaos, Marcus, sharp and imposing in his tailored suit, strides through the rows of blinking servers. His voice cuts through the electronic din, demanding immediate results with an edge of barely restrained fury. I need a solution, and I need it now. The Q3 report is due, and I will not tolerate any excuses, Marcus declares. Elias watches news reports of Novatech's downfall, a smug satisfaction gleaming in his eyes. The office reflects his triumph, sunlight glinting off the glass as his meticulously crafted plan nears completion. A smirk curls his lips, betraying the depth of his calculated scheme. His gaze hardens, a silent promise of more to come hanging in the air. In a government building, Marcus, a sharply dressed executive, dominates the podium, his confidence radiating outwards. He gestures with authority, presenting Novatech's proposal for the Global Data Initiative contract. Behind Marcus, a large screen pulses with complex data visualizations, a testament to Novatech's ambition. Marcus exudes assuredness, his established reputation seemingly guaranteeing their triumph. The air crackles with anticipation, the weight of the initiative heavy in the room. Elias confidently wields a laser pointer, guiding government officials through Ether Systems' presentation. Detailed schematics and growth charts fill the screen, showcasing Ether Systems' technical prowess. Government officials nod thoughtfully, impressed by the flawless data and projections. Elias, fronting a shell corporation, subtly steers the narrative with calculated precision. Anticipation hangs heavy as Novatech's system sputters during the live stress test, the room buzzing with nervous energy. Darkness engulfs the monitors as the system crashes, plunging the room into an abyss of failure. Marcus winces, his face paling as he exchanges defeated glances with his equally embarrassed team. Government officials shift, their thinly veiled disappointment a palpable wave of disapproval. Inside the stern government building, anticipation hangs heavy as Ether's system faces its ultimate test. Ether Systems' technology withstands the stress test with ease. Screens glow, reflecting silent triumph as lines of code confirm the system's flawless performance. A voice cuts through the room, a decisive declaration echoing the victory. The Global Data Initiative contract is secured. Aether's win is complete. Confetti rains down as cheers erupt in the Aether Systems office, celebrating a hard-won victory. Elias, sharp-eyed and in his 30s, stands amid the revelry, a faint smile gracing his lips. His team celebrates, their exhaustion mixed with elation. But Elias seems distant, his mind elsewhere. His gaze is fixed beyond the immediate joy, hinting at deeper thoughts and unresolved tensions. Inside the bustling stock exchange, Elias's gaze is intensely fixed on the fluctuating numbers. He patiently waits, observing the market's rhythm, poised to make his move. Unseen by others, Elias has been secretly accumulating a significant short position. The tension is palpable as he watches Novatech's stock price. The air crackles with anticipation as Elias prepares to strike. Breaking news flashes. Novatech loses Global Data Initiative. Contract, its promise turning to dust. The grim headline dominates the screen, foreshadowing a looming corporate winter. The stock ticker cascades downward, each red number a falling domino in Novatech's empire. The financial world watches, breathless, as fortunes shift and futures hang precariously. The Novatech boardroom vibrates with anger. Board members glare across the polished table, their faces masks of fury and desperation. Marcus, once the golden boy, now stands isolated, the demand for his resignation, a suffocating weight in the tense air. Two security guards appear. They flank Marcus, silently escorting him toward the door, his humiliation complete. The scene echoes a past betrayal. 7 years ago, Marcus orchestrated the same humiliating exit for Elias, sealing his fate. Under the harsh streetlights, Marcus walks away from Novatech, his silhouette stark against the night. His face is a canvas of shock and despair, each step heavy with the weight of utter loss. The cold night air mirrors the chill in his heart as he leaves his past behind. Each footstep echoes in the empty street, a lonely soundtrack to a shattered dream. Sunlight bathes Elias's opulent office as he sits at his polished desk, a picture of satisfaction in a realm of wealth. With a flourish, Elias signs the documents, each stroke sealing the fate of his ambition. Expensive artwork gleams in the light, silent witnesses to Elias's machinations. He leans back, a satisfied smirk playing on his lips, hinting at the ruthless victory he has achieved. Well, that's that. Novatech is officially mine. To dismantle, Elias declares, his words hanging heavy in the air. Elias surveys the skeletal remains of Novatech, desks emptied, the air thick with the ghosts of innovation. A cold glint in his eyes, Elias oversees the liquidation, each item a piece of Marcus's shattered dream. Assets are carted away, sold off to eager rivals, a silent auction of ambition and betrayal. With each transaction, Marcus's legacy fades, erased by Elias's calculated vengeance. Sunlight floods Elias's office, each dust mowed a tiny dancer in the golden rays. His face is a canvas of conflicting emotions. The silence in the room is profound, amplifying the weight of Elias's thoughts and the faint city hum beyond the glass. Triumph flickers in his eyes, a hard-won victory shadowed by a profound weariness etched into every line of his face. Alone in his office, Elias seems a solitary figure, bathed in light yet cloaked in a palpable solitude. Sunlight floods the garage as young Elias and Marcus stand amidst tools and scattered parts, their faces lit with ambition. The air crackles with the energy of shared dreams and boundless potential. A shared glance passes between Elias and Marcus, sealing their unspoken pact. Hope and ambition slowly fade as memory dissolves into darkness, leaving only shadows. In his office, Elias gazes out at the sprawling city, a storm mirroring the turmoil in his eyes. The city below is a monument to ambition, each building a testament to hard-won battles and painful compromises. A flicker of understanding crosses Elias's face, a sudden realization dawning in his eyes. Integrity, not greed, is the only business model that can truly endure, he thinks, a new resolve hardening his gaze. Sunlight floods the Novatech office, highlighting its modern design and the eager faces of employees. Marcus stands tall, his presence commanding the room with an aura of unwavering confidence. He gazes out at his team, his eyes gleaming with ambition and a hint of visionary zeal. A confident smile plays on Marcus's lips as he prepares to deliver his galvanizing message. With a powerful voice, Marcus proclaims, "We are the future of software." His words resonate, filling the office with a palpable sense of purpose and excitement. Inside his cluttered apartment, Elias is consumed by stacks of technical documents, a lone figure battling the complexities of code. His brow furrowed in concentration, Elias meticulously plans Novatech's software architecture, a symphony of logic unfolding before him. He sketches diagrams with rapid, precise strokes, his vision taking shape on paper, a testament to his unwavering focus. Lines of code flow from his fingertips, each keystroke a step closer to realizing his ambitious design. The dedication burns in his eyes, a silent promise of innovation and technological prowess. Sunlight floods Novatech's modern office, illuminating the tension between two men. Elias, mid-42s, stands firm, his face set with resolve as he faces Marcus. Marcus gestures wildly, his face flushed, his passion bordering on desperation. Elias's voice cuts through the air. "We need to think about the future, Marcus. Stability is key," Marcus retorts. "Stability? We need profits, Elias. Now, the investors are breathing down my neck." In a sterile hospital room, Marcus sits, his focus not on the patient but on a financial advisor. Marcus leans in, his tone hushed and scheming, a stark contrast to the somber setting. So, what are our options for minimizing Elias's influence? Marcus asks, his eyes glinting. The financial advisor coolly replies, "We could target his key projects, create obstacles, divert resources." Sunlight floods the Nova Tech boardroom as Marcus addresses the board, charts ablaze on the screen. Marcus gestures emphatically, outlining his bold plan for expansion, his voice confident and persuasive. The board members listen intently, their faces a mix of anticipation and skepticism. Elias watches from his seat, a mask of composure hiding his true feelings. Marcus pointedly bypasses Elias's expertise, a silent power play unfolding in the gleaming room. Elias sits hunched in the dim glow of a laptop, his face a mask of disbelief and anger. Documents and photos, evidence of Marcus's betrayal, scatter around him like fallen leaves. The weight of deception settles, heavy and suffocating, as Elias rises, pacing restlessly. A cold, calculating resolve hardens his features, his eyes narrowing with grim determination. In a sunlit office, Elias's fiery gaze sweeps over scattered blueprints and flickering holographic projections. The air crackles with the hum of innovation as Elias stands ready to assemble his elite team. Elias handpicks brilliant engineers, his voice resonating with zealous passion. He seeks those who share his vision, their dedication mirroring the fire in his eyes. The Ether Systems Lab hums with tireless energy, a symphony of focused minds striving for excellence under the veil of night. Elias leads his team, his silhouette a beacon of resolve against the intense glow of the monitor screens. Fingers dance across keyboards with practiced grace, each keystroke a step closer to their ambitious goal. The air crackles with the electric hum of servers, a testament to the immense power harnessed within the lab. Faces bathed in the cool light of the screens reflect a shared dedication, a collective obsession with perfection. In this sanctuary of innovation, the team forges ahead, united in their quest to create a superior software system. Sunlight floods Nova Tech, illuminating its modern expanse. Marcus, a satisfied smile playing on his lips, surveys his bustling empire. He leans back, a king in his domain, basking in the day's success. Unseen, a storm brews on the horizon, a rival ready to strike. Ether Systems looms, poised to shatter Marcus's peaceful reign. Inside Aether Systems, Elias is bathed in the glow of multiple monitors, his face illuminated by lines of scrolling code. His intense focus is palpable as he navigates Novatech's system architecture, a digital fortress under siege. On one screen, vulnerabilities shimmer like mirages, each line of code a potential entry point. Another screen displays market analysis, revealing exploitable chinks in Novatech's strategic armor. His fingers dance across the keyboard, documenting each flaw with ruthless precision. The air crackles with the silent energy of his relentless hunt for weaknesses. Sunlight floods the government building as Elias stands before officials, exuding confidence and control. Sleek Aether Systems materials gleam on the polished table, hinting at advanced technology. Elias gestures towards a holographic projection, highlighting its complex details. His voice resonates through the spacious room, filled with unwavering certainty. The officials watch intently, their expressions a mixture of interest and skepticism. Marcus gestures, discrediting Aether Systems. Charts back him, but tension fills the government building. A colleague slides a document. Marcus's confidence falters as he glances at it. Aether Systems' performance is revealed, undermining Marcus's arguments. Despite the evidence, Marcus continues, but his conviction is visibly shaken. Sunlight floods the Aether Systems office, illuminating faces filled with anticipation. Elias, sharp and focused, watches breaking news on a holographic display. The modern, open-plan office buzzes with quiet excitement. Each team member is on the edge of their seat, eyes fixed on the screen. The air crackles with the weight of the announcement. Aether Systems has just been awarded the Global Data Initiative contract. Inside the bustling stock exchange, Elias sets his plan in motion. His fingers dance across the keyboard, initiating the shorting of Novatech's stock. A tense anticipation fills the air as Elias watches the market, awaiting the impact of the contract loss news. The screens flicker, reflecting Elias's focused gaze as he navigates the high-stakes game. The Novatech boardroom glows coldly, the long mahogany table reflecting the fluorescent lights. Tension coils in the air as Marcus, immaculate but strained, faces the silent judgment of the board. Each board member's face is a mask of concern and disapproval. Their gaze is fixed on Marcus. The weight of unspoken accusations presses down, heavy as the mahogany itself. The room is a silent battleground, where careers and fortunes hang in the balance. Elias sits in his opulent office, morning light reflecting off his pen as he surveys financial reports. A subtle smirk graces his lips. The reports confirm Novatech is nearing collapse. His plan has unfolded flawlessly, each step meticulously calculated and executed. The mahogany desk gleams, a silent witness to Elias's triumph and Novatech's impending doom. Amidst controlled chaos, Elias watches the systematic dismantling of Novatech's office, a grim satisfaction in his eyes. Desks are being cleared, computers unplugged, as Marcus's legacy is erased. He surveys the scene, ensuring every measure is taken for a complete and irreversible end. The remnants of Novatech's once thriving operations are now being methodically packed away. Elias's gaze sweeps across the room, a silent acknowledgement of his victory. The air is thick with finality, as the last vestiges of the company are removed. In his office, Elias sits behind his mahogany desk, the sprawling city skyline painting a stark contrast to his weariness. His gaze is lost in a framed family photo, a painful reminder of what was and what he has lost. Sunlight illuminates dust motes, highlighting the emptiness of the room, mirroring the void within Elias. The weight of his revenge settles heavily, a burden etched onto his face, a mask of regret and resolution. Was it worth it? Elias asks, his voice echoing in the silent room, questioning the cost of his choices. Elias walks down the street, his footsteps echoing in the silence. The former Novatech building looms ahead, a desolate giant. Empty windows stare out like vacant eyes, reflecting a forgotten past. Dust and shadows cling to the walls, whispering tales of innovation lost. The once vibrant entrance is now boarded up, a stark barrier, a symbol of an era's end. The building stands as a silent monument. Sunlight floods Elias's office, illuminating the mahogany desk where he sits, the weight of years etched on his face. A determined glint sparks in his eyes, fueled by empire building and the sting of recent betrayals. He leans forward, the lines of his face hardening, a firm decision solidifying in his gaze. Resolve settles upon him as he prepares to face the consequences of his choice. Harsh light and long shadows stretch across the cluttered garage. Empty pizza boxes and soda cans litter the workbench. Young Elias lifts a dented trophy high, a triumphant grin lighting up his face in the stark light. Marcus claps Elias on the shoulder, his face split by a wide, genuine smile. The small garage buzzes with warmth and camaraderie, a haven amidst the shadows. A bond of friendship shines brighter than the bare bulbs overhead, filling every corner of the garage. In the sterile hospital hallway, Marcus smirks, a glint of dark satisfaction in his eyes. He exits Elias's room, his steps light with an unsettling confidence. A sense of triumph washes over Marcus as he believes his plan is foolproof. The door clicks shut, leaving Elias alone, unaware of the shadows closing in. Bathed in the monitor's soft glow, Elias's sharp eyes reflect a steely determination at Aether Systems. Elias intensely studies Novatech's vulnerabilities, his focus unwavering. Lines of code illuminate Elias's face, determination etched in every line. The office is quiet, save for the hum of computers and Elias's focused breathing. Elias's gaze is fixed, a silent promise of action hanging in the air. Inside the stark government building, Marcus nervously fidgets as sweat beads on his brow, his eyes glued to the monitors. The Novatech system, once hailed as unbreakable, now falters ominously under the relentless stress test. A sudden system stall casts a pall over the room, the silence amplifying Marcus's growing dread. Shrill alarms pierce the tense quiet, their cries echoing the impending chaos. Inside Elias's office, tension hangs heavy as the Novatech stock begins its dramatic plunge. Elias watches the numbers fall, his gaze unwavering as the financial disaster unfolds on the screen. A slow, subtle smile plays on his lips as he witnesses the destruction. The corners of his mouth lift higher, a grim satisfaction spreading across his face. His eyes gleam with a dark pleasure, a silent triumph in the midst of chaos. Under the harsh glare of city lights, Marcus stumbles out of Novatech, his face a canvas of despair and defeat. Neon signs reflect in his bloodshot eyes, each flicker mirroring his life collapsing around him. His hands tremble as he clutches a crumpled paper, the weight of his shattered dreams crushing him. Every shadow seems to deepen the lines of anguish etched into his face, a stark portrait of ruin. Elias sits at his grand mahogany desk, a fortress of power and secrets, with stacks of papers spread before him. He picks up a pen, the weight of his decision evident in his deliberate movements. The pen glides across the documents, each signature sealing Novatech's fate and solidifying his revenge. A ghost of a smile touches his lips, a fleeting glimpse of triumph in his eyes. Sunlight streams into Elias's office, highlighting the dust motes dancing in the air. Elias stands silhouetted against the window, his figure a study in solitude. His gaze is lost in the cityscape, reflecting the hollow echo of his victory. A profound sense of emptiness washes over him, stark against the bright day. Inside Novatech, Marcus's beaming face and enthusiastic gestures fill the open-plan office with energy. Sunlight momentarily blinds anyone who dares to look directly at Marcus. Unseen by the cheerful employees, dark clouds gather ominously outside the large windows. The impending storm contrasts sharply with the oblivious, bright atmosphere within. Inside his dimly lit apartment, Elias seethes, the air thick with unspoken fury and the sting of betrayal. His eyes gleam with vengeful intent as the first tendrils of a plan begin to coil in his mind. Driven by raw emotion, Elias starts outlining his strategy, each step fueled by his burning anger. In the quiet of the night, Elias plots, his apartment transformed into a war room of vengeance. Inside Aether Systems Lab, Elias and his team are consumed by their work, a symphony of dedication under the neon glow. The air vibrates with the hum of advanced machinery, each pulse a testament to their relentless pursuit of scientific marvel. Faces etched with determination, they push the boundaries of what's possible. Fueled by a unified, unspoken goal, sparks fly from the core of innovation, illuminating their figures in a dance of progress and ambition. In a formal government building, Elias confidently addresses a panel, his gestures precise and assured. Government officials watch with rapt attention, nodding in agreement as Elias presents complex data. Sleek visuals and data flash on the large screen behind Elias, backing his persuasive speech. Elias maintains steady eye contact, projecting competence and unwavering authority to the officials. A hush falls as the presentation concludes, impressed glances exchanged among the government officials. Amidst the chaos of the stock exchange, Elias stands, a figure of intense focus, his eyes fixed on the towering screen. His body is coiled, ready to strike, each fluctuating number fueling his anticipation like a predator stalking its prey. The giant screen displays a dizzying array of numbers, each one carrying the weight of fortunes gained and lost. Elias taps his foot, a subtle rhythm of impatience, as he waits for the critical moment to unleash his move. Harsh fluorescent lights gleam off the polished table in Novatech's boardroom, highlighting the palpable tension. Marcus, mid-40s, stands at the head, a sheen of sweat betraying his inner turmoil under the unforgiving lights. Board members encircle the table, their grim faces a silent judgment in the sterile environment. Each face reflects a mixture of apprehension and anticipation. The weight of unspoken expectations presses down, amplifying the silence. The polished surface mirrors the strained expressions, doubling the intensity of the moment. Sunlight catches the gleam of a mahogany desk as Elias sits, an expensive pen poised in his hand. With a flourish, Elias signs the final papers, the culmination of years of planning etched in his sharp gaze. The pen glides, each stroke sealing his triumph. A subtle smile plays on Elias's lips, masking the storm of vengeance now unleashed. The signed papers rest on the desk, symbols of a long-awaited revenge now complete. Elias leans back, the morning light casting long shadows that mirror the depths of his ambition. Elias walks away on the street, his figure silhouetted against the bustling city backdrop. His shoulders slump, a subtle sign of the emotional weight he carries. The sunlight catches his face, revealing a transformation etched in his features. Each step he takes is deliberate, marking a departure from his former self. He disappears into the crowd, a changed man ready to face an uncertain future. The garage air smells of motor oil as Elias and Marcus stand in the glow of a work light. The vintage car gleams softly, a testament to their shared ambition. A silent understanding passes between them, a promise of the future. The warm light casts long shadows, hinting at the dreams taking shape in the garage. Sunlight floods the hospital room, illuminating dust motes as Marcus lies still, a stark figure against the crisp white sheets. His face, pale and drawn, betrays nothing, yet his eyes gleam with a chilling, calculating light. He stares blankly at the ceiling, his mind a whirlwind of unchecked ambition and treacherous plots. The sterile environment offers no solace, only a stage for his cold internal machinations. In the quiet of the room, his silent betrayal takes root, nourished by the sun's indifferent rays. In the ether systems office, Elias is bathed in the monitor's glow, his face a mask of determination amidst scattered papers. Diagrams and schematics surround him, each meticulously arranged, forming a fortress of intellect and strategy. He leans forward, his eyes dissecting the documents, a plan solidifying in his mind with each passing second. His fingers tap a relentless rhythm on the desk, the silent drums of war as he maps out his attack. In a sterile government office, Marcus stands rigid, sweat glistening on his brow. The weight of unseen pressure begins to crack Marcus's carefully constructed facade. His discomfort is palpable, a stark contrast to the cold, impersonal surroundings. Marcus's eyes dart nervously, betraying the anxiety he tries to conceal. Each movement is a subtle indication of the internal turmoil brewing within him. The sterile office amplifies Marcus's vulnerability, exposing his fragile composure. Elias sits at his mahogany desk, the sprawling city his dominion below. A subtle smile graces his lips. On the television screen, news unfolds, the result of months of planning. A sense of closure washes over him as each piece fits flawlessly. His masterpiece nears completion, a perfectly crafted puzzle. Marcus stands alone, a solitary figure amidst the ruins of his empire, shadows painting a bleak portrait of loss. Under the dim streetlights, shadows stretch like grasping claws, mirroring the desolation etched deep within his eyes. The air hangs heavy, a suffocating blend of smoke and shattered dreams, each breath a reminder of what's lost. His face, a canvas of defeat, reflects the harsh reality of his fallen world, each line a testament to his struggle. Silence amplifies the echoes of his past triumphs, now mocking reminders in the stillness of his shattered kingdom. Afternoon sun casts long shadows across Elias's office, highlighting the rich mahogany of his desk. Elias stares blankly at a framed photograph, his face etched with deep regret. I trace the lines of the picture, a whirlwind of conflicted thoughts swirling within me. The weight of my actions presses down, a cold dread settling heavily in my stomach. A profound question looms. Was the satisfaction of revenge worth the price I paid? Regret hangs heavy in the air, a palpable presence in the otherwise silent room. In the Novatech office, Marcus faces his employees, a smug grin betraying his inflated ego. He gestures expansively, basking in his perceived triumph, blind to the gathering storm. His arrogance is palpable, a thick, suffocating cloud hanging over the room, unseen. Resentment simmers beneath the surface, disillusionment etching itself onto every face. Dim light casts long shadows across the walls of Elias's solitary apartment. Elias is alone, a figure consumed by simmering rage. His face, a canvas of fury, reflects the depth of his anger. The air crackles with unspoken threats and vengeful intent. A single line, dripping with venom. Marcus will pay for this betrayal. His eyes burn with the promise of retribution. A storm gathering within. Under humming fluorescent lights, Elias, mid-40s, focuses intently on a complex web of wires in the sterile lab. His tired eyes reflect the glow of the circuits, a stark contrast to his focused intensity. Anna and Ben, equally engrossed, work amidst scattered notes and empty energy drink cans. The air buzzes with the quiet urgency of a team racing against time. Each member is lost in their task, united by a common goal within the brightly lit space. Sunlight floods the government building as Elias stands tall before the panel, his gaze fixed and unwavering. With practiced gestures, Elias presents his case, his voice resonating with unwavering confidence. Each word is chosen with precision, a testament to his dedication and meticulous preparation. The committee members listen intently, their faces etched with seriousness under the bright light. Elias delivers his argument with conviction, every syllable designed to sway their judgment. The trading floor explodes with a deafening roar as numbers flash like lightning on giant screens. Amidst the chaos, Elias, a man of chilling composure, observes the pandemonium with an almost predatory calm. His fingers tap a silent, ominous rhythm, counting down to a meticulously planned financial coup. Brokers around him shout, oblivious to the impending doom Elias has orchestrated. The air crackles with tension, a palpable sense of anticipation hanging heavy over the frenzied floor. A ghost of a smile plays on Elias's lips. Novatech's fate is sealed in the heart of the storm. Fluorescent lights glare down on the Novatech boardroom, highlighting the tension etched on every face. Marcus, weary and burdened, sits at the head of the long, polished table, a silent storm brewing around him. Empty coffee cups and scattered documents speak of a long, grueling battle and sleepless nights. The Novatech board members stare, their stern gazes filled with unspoken accusations and mounting pressure. Sunlight bathes Elias's office, illuminating dust and emptiness. His desk is clear, a stark reminder of a victory won, yet the spoils offer no solace. Elias stares blankly, his face an unreadable mask, but his eyes betray doubt. He questions the value of his triumph in the quiet solitude of the office.